Incoming transmission.
Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit dreams never fade away. Gaming to the beat of our favorite tunes. Let's play till the dawn, we'll never lose. Neon lights shining, we're lost in the glow. In the Retro Gaming Club, let's go, let's go. At the Retro Gaming Club.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. Yes, we're now at the midway point of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time for your daily dose of retro gaming fun. So we're looking at Tony Montezuma's Gold today on the C64. Now you might notice there's a little bit of difference from my last C64 Tony Montezuma review, is that this one is now in colour. That's right, Monochrome Productions have done a full colour representation of the game, which is absolutely fantastic. So, I don't really need to explain the whole game again to you, do I? But for those of you who have not familiar with Tony Montezuma's Gold, or have not seen the C64 original review, let's crack on and look at the colour version, because for me, this is kind of like a brand new experience. And it's amazing what just a little splash of colour can do to a game, isn't it? Now, I really like the monochrome versions, just purely because it's unique. You don't really get many games that have that monochrome production to it. So the Tony Montezuma's Gold original was literally black and white. Or if you had the Amiga version, you had several different versions of the colour scheme that you could select from, like yellows, blues, that kind of thing. But the game was still two-tone. This is multicolour, and it's really gorgeous, actually. And just as a bonus, this does include the black and white version as well. So you get to choose which version you would like to play on, which is even better. So massive kudos to Monochrome Productions for doing a full colour version of their magnificent game. This scored a good 10 out of 10, my last review. I've looked at it on the C64 and the Amiga. This is going back to the C64, but obviously now we've got a full colour palette, which is great. So we're going to, well, we'll just re-review it. What the hell? So, I mean, from a graphical perspective, it's very nice. It's very nice indeed. I love the different shades that we've got going on in the background. We've got a full-coloured Tony here, with full skin tones and a lovely white hat and white legs. So there you go. But everything's coloured now, so the scenery and the enemy types, all very nicely done indeed. Love it to bits. If anything, it's enhanced the game a little bit for me. Now, as much as I love the monochrome and its individuality there, I do like the fact that this now has a splash of colour to it. So, very happy indeed. So, massive hats off to the team for, I don't know, I wouldn't say they've given in to the public, because I know there was a lot of talk about how the monochrome didn't really float the boat of some people. I'm not saying everyone, because it really, you know, for me, it was a great production of the game anyway. But you're always going to get some whingy, moaning farts, aren't you? That just don't get how the game should be. So I'm glad they didn't bow to pressure, and they did it off their own backs because they felt like they wanted to, not because they had to. So yeah, great stuff here by the team. So it's exactly the same game as the monochrome version. The only thing that literally has changed is the colour scheme. But there we go. And I've just missed all of those little treasures. So for those of you not familiar, the idea is to gain as much treasure as you can while navigating around the map. And try and find all the different levels and bonuses and things that are scattered around. So you can see that you can collect a variety of items. So you've got potions, which enable you to take a hit off a bad guy without taking any of your precious hearts away. Then you have keys, which will unlock various doors across the level. Once you've found those, they will get removed from your inventory. Same as if you get hit by a bad guy, the potions will get automatically removed from your inventory as well. So you haven't got to worry about any of that. Now, the only thing is you can only carry 4 items, so be careful on what you want to use. So if you've got 4 potions and you need to pick up a key, you're going to have to go and splat a bad guy just so you can make some room. You can see here now that I have now got 3 keys in my inventory and a potion. So literally, I've got 1 hit point that I can mess about with, and I've got 3 keys to unlock doors with. So that all works in my favour a little bit. I'd rather have the keys but then sometimes it's nice to get rid of a bad guy because they don't respawn. So once they... Oh dear, I didn't measure that very well, did I? So once a bad guy has been eradicated off the screen, they do not come back. So that's really nice as well. So you can lose your lives like I have in great abundance there. There you go. So there you go. Your bones rest in peace. Lovely. That's a nice message. But there you go. So it's a fantastic game. The controls are really nice and they're very, very responsive as well. As you go up and down, left and right and jump. And that's all you need. There you go. So you can choose the color or monochrome from the menu screen there. As you can see, I've just done that. But we're going to continue with the color version because that's what we're looking at today. If this is the kind of game that appeals to you, I'm going to say go and get it because it really is a very polished game. And if you've not heard of this game before, well, welcome to 2024 because this was probably the highlight of the year for me with the C64. Very nice game. Like I said, it's on the Amiga and it's on the Atari XLE, I believe, as well. So it's on a fair amount of systems for you to go and check out. I will put a link to the description in the description to the developer's website so you can have a look anyway. And yeah, go and enjoy the game. It is very, very good. Music and sound, obviously on the money here as well. I think you can have music or sound, remember rightly. But you get a lovely soundtrack going through the game, which is great. And it really doesn't get in the way. It's not obtrusive at all. In fact, it's a very, very, very nice soundtrack as you go through the game. The soundtrack changes as you go through the levels as well, which is even better. So there's a lot going for the game. There's I don't think, if I remember rightly, there's literally no negatives that I could come across in the monochrome version. So, you know, if anything, this would exceed the 10 out of 10 score that I would normally give a game because of just the amount of effort that's gone into this one, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's have a quick squiz at the UI. So in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see how many items that you're holding at the time. In the middle, that skull will flash when you pick up items, which is quite a nice touch. I like that. In the bottom right-hand corner there, you got your lives, which we say lives is more like hit points, but once you've reached your last one, that's it. It's game over. Underneath that is your score. Now, you get your score points, I believe, from picking up the treasures. So, I don't know if splatting bad guys give you a score. Let's see if we can monitor that next time we get hit. But there's so much. This is almost like a labour of love. Yes, you do get points for splatting bad guys. This is a labour of love. I think it's a very, very well written and thought out game. And if platforming game is your thing on the C64 and you've not yet played this one, I'm going to highly recommend it. And hope you go and give it a go. So the playability is absolutely on the money here. Like I said before, if you've played the monochrome version, you know what to expect. This game is literally like an enhanced version of that, if you like. So there's no need for me to recover all that again. It's an absolute gem of a game. It's one of those little games you come across and you think, oh my god, how did I not know about this before? But obviously I have known about this before. And very, very happy to have got the colour version finally in my hands to be able to bring to you guys. And I'm not doing very well with these spike traps. It was always the spike things that seem to kill me more often than not. But it keeps you on your toes. It really does. But they've done a really good job with the individual colours on the screen as well. So you've got a nice plethora of colours going across the screen. So you've got the brickwork there in white. Some of the enemy types are white. Really didn't time that very well, did I? But it just brings the game to life a little bit more. So for me, it's well, monochrome or colour, it doesn't matter to me. I think they're both fantastic. And I've got to go and find another key. But yeah, great effort, really, 100%. You can tell I'm enthusiastic about it, so I do apologise for repeating myself several times over. But yeah. So replay value absolutely on the cards here. If you like this game, it's a challenge. You'll get through it, but it'll be a challenge. You've got to basically pick and choose which bad guys you want to get rid of in the screen because there's not enough potions to get rid of everything. But even if you don't have a potion and you lose one of your hearts, that enemy type will still pass away. It will still die. And then you don't have to worry about it respawning either. So there you go. Age rating, pretty much any, because you know what? Look at it. it's a great game, and it's great for kids, it's great for adults, and everybody's going to have such a good time playing this. And if you don't have a good time playing this, then go back to bed, go back to sleep, come back to it when you're in a less grumpy mood. It's literally a joy to play. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. But hopefully you've enjoyed this review and enough to go and have a look. None of the developers that I mention are paying me for these reviews. I do them off my own back. But if you do think that you could maybe buy me a coffee or something, all the links are in the description for you. And thanks ever so much for tuning in. Any new subscribers that we've picked up over the last few days, welcome, 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 welcome. You are more than welcome on this retro voyage. And for my existing subscribers, high five to you all. You guys are awesome. So until tomorrow, my friends, where I'll have something else for you to look at, I'll bid you farewell. So until then, you keep it retro. And as usual, it's bye for now. Bye-bye.
Welcome, stranger, I know why you're here. You remember games from the yesteryear, games with pixels and that bleep bloop sound. But boy, they were the very best games in town. We light up the night, neon dreams in our eyes, arcade machines whispering low, pixelated worlds where we all come alive. Level up high, let the good times flow. Joystick in hand, where we live in the past, high scores and laughter, we're making it last. With every coin drop, we're forging a bond. In this pixel paradise, we'll always respond. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit dreams never fade away. Gaming to the beat of our favorite tunes. Let's play till the dawn, we'll never lose. Neon lights shining, we're lost in the glow. In the Retro Gaming Club, let's go, let's go. Flashback to battles, we'll play side by side. Power-ups and hearts, love in disguise. We'll race through the levels, collect all the coins. In this timeless adventure, we're waiting to join. Crashing 8-bit beats, igniting the night. From pixels to dreams, we'll take flight. With every button pressed, our spirits ignite. In this retro wonderland, everything feels right. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit